Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. And I said Charles Leclerc was under pressure from George Russell. Look how close Russell is.
Yeah, Leclerc looks like he's got no grip on those tyres at all.
Yeah, Leclerc's struggling.
He was really struggling for grip out there on the hard compound tyres.
So both Leclerc and Norris pitting to cover off George Russell, who was pitted earlier, but it's put them in severe danger. Norris into traffic, Russell right on the tail of Leclerc.
That's not moving under braking. I don't know what it is. It's going to be anti-brake move.
Can't wait for the day George Russell joins us in the commentary box, Martin. He has got so
Oh, big send. Big send. Lando got Kimi. That's a huge pass.
Antonelli's got the DRS though, because the detection point's on the exit of the corner. Norris will have to watch out.
Oh.
Him coming back at him, and he survived.
Ooh, Lando held off Kimi for now. Carlos is wide.
Getting past this Williams down the next straight.
And Stroll on the hard tyre, started on the hard tyre.
Oh, he's going to easily cruise by Carlos right here. Yep. To the inside and boom. And Lawson gets by Lance Stroll as well. Or does he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's important and very good overtaking there from Lando Norris. The one on Antonelli was great, very, very committed and an unorthodox place. And that's your 2021 Max Verstappen, quite an unorthodox place to try to overtake somebody, but he made it stick with those tyres.
He certainly did. Lawson is back ahead of Stroll as they
Pit, Carlos is in.
Coming up behind Lance Stroll. And now is Lando Norris. Bernie Collins on the pit wall, down to you.
Yeah, so this is it, Crofty. This is the most dangerous bit of the race for Lando Norris's championship position, because coming through this traffic can and often does be the thing that causes a safety car. These overtakes that need to be made. Because safety car now, Verstappen and Piastri would be the big winners. So that's what to watch out for. Also, 3 cars ahead of Lando Norris is Yuki Tsunoda on that hard tyre from the start. So he's going to have to
There he goes.
on the track to close the pit window.
Lando on Stroll.
He's going to get Stroll here.
He's going to try for Lawson too. The double overtake.
Two overtakes for the price of one for Lando Norris there. Yuki Tsunoda is next on the road.
Yeah,
Now he's going to run down Yuki.
Race control saying that's brave when you're leading a championship. Really
Oh, hold on. Lawson's going to maybe get him back. Oh. Nope. Woo, that was good.
Next stop, Yuki Tsunoda, Max Verstappen's teammate. But to be honest, the pace he's got, and with those tyres, Tsunoda, I don't think, as long as he's playing reasonable, will have a prayer of keeping that McLaren behind him for half a lap.
People might be asking at the moment, and as good as this is from Lando Norris, he is losing time as
Ocon pits.
Verstappen and Piastri lap by lap. They might be saying, well, why did McLaren pit him when they did? Now, they were covering George Russell. Yeah, it's fine as long as Lando Norris stays ahead.
Well, here's what happened with Leclerc. That incident with George is under review.
Pans out, and we see Charles Leclerc getting past Kimi Antonelli, and the pit stops.
Oh wait, that's Leclerc passing Kimi.
Should still be in 3rd place, but they had to pit then to cover off George Russell. As we see,
Speaking of Leclerc, he's going on Lance.
And now they can go wheel to wheel down that back straight.
And he's got him. Oh my God, he's setting it up for Lawson. He got him.
Who haven't pitted yet, both passed at the same point.
Lewis Hamilton right in there as well with that early stop. That's brought him nicely into play. If he can keep those tyres intact.
Lewis Hamilton now up into 10th place. Watch out for Liam Lawson with a bit of DRS coming back at Charles Leclerc, but he's too far back to make a move into turn 9.
So one car then ahead of
Turn 6 incident involving Lawson and Stroll noted. Lawson's already got 1-time penalty.
And again, then it looks like Leclerc's got that Ferrari up to speed on the hard compound tyres, and you'd have to say it's remarkably close to the back of Lando Norris.
And they're still saying plan A for Lando Norris. No need to deviate too much. They're happy on that McLaren pit wall with the way this race is panning out. Now, the next blockage for Lando could be a blockage, might not be a blockage. We shall see. Will be Yuki Tsunoda, who started on the hard tyre for this very eventuality. To be a helping hand.
Max is a pit stop ahead of Yuki.
To try and hold up Lando Norris at some stage, because Norris was always going to pit by starting on the medium tyre ahead of
Oscar's staying right with Max, to be honest.
There's Yuki, there's Lando. Give it a couple of laps and we'll see just how far
Gap's under 2 seconds. Oh.
how quick he can make a move.
Okay, we expect Norris to be your DRS within 1 lap. Or he can when he catches.
Just like I said there, if you could just help us out, Yuki, what is
Yep,
your final race for Red Bull and the final race for Honda with Red Bull 2? That would be lovely.
Yeah, as they did with Sergio Perez in 2021, but Lando Norris was 3/10 slower than Charles Leclerc on the previous lap. He's already at 10.
Watson got by Stroll. George might do the same. Yeah, he might get Lawson too.
George Russell goes too. Past Stroll.
2 for 1.
Lawson and Stroll having their own little battle here, and George Russell's there to pick up the pieces. He's up in the 6th. It seems if you can pass the Aston Martin or the Racing Bulls, you'll get the
Yuki says, I know what to do, so leave to me.
I know what to do, leave me to it, says Snowden.
All he can do is try and slow him down a little bit through the final sector. That put Charles Leclerc right on his tail.
Ooh, Lawson's down to 10th.
You're not allowed to weave.
Oh, he's pitting, that's why.
Well, I say, of course, this is for position, so there are no blue flags involved here. And Yuki Tsunoda, who is out of Formula 1 as of this evening, but stays with Red Bull as test and development reserve driver. And annoyingly for Norris, he hasn't caught him at the beginning of the straight. So Tsunoda will have all the right corners to slow Norris down.
129.1 on the last lap for Lando Norris with those fresher tyres.
Max and Oscar's still staying out.
129.5, Charles Leclerc a 129.0. George Russell making a couple of overtakes at 130. Gap between Norris and Leclerc, not much at all. About a second and a half. They can see Charles Leclerc right behind the 5 cars into turn 9 they go.
Now he's found some grip. Leclerc is absolutely flying, but this is where Tsunoda can hurt Norris.
Oh!
In terms of
Ooh,
just
Kimi almost got Stroll.
And just back him up a little bit. But once they get
All right, here we go. Lando's in Yuki's DRS range.
the ability to go past.
Let's see if Yuki can hold him up.
To try and fend off Lando Norris. He hasn't got the superior tyre life. He has got the battery at his disposal. He's got the override button, as it were.
Leclerc is only 1.4 seconds behind Tsunoda's being told. We're bordering on the edge of unsporting behaviour here. Right on the edge of it.
Yuki Tsunoda definitely putting the handbrake on at a 1:30.0. He was about half a second slower on that previous lap. Lando Norris is right on his tail. This is where Yuki Tsunoda now needs to deploy his battery and to give him that electrical boost down the back straight. But is it enough of a boost?
Oh, here he comes. Whoa!
And he gets
Whoa!
almost completely off the track.
Woo!
Yuki Tsunoda made it tough.
Wow. That was a
That is
big pass by Lando.
His championship charge.
We're going to have to look at that, because was he all 4 wheels off the track? He was, because he was pushed off the track.
Yeah.
But he overtook off the track. We'll check that out.
Bit of a claim force majeure. I had to do it, otherwise I wouldn't.
I would think so. But
There we go. Max is in.
In comes Max Verstappen. Let's head down to the pits, take rabbits.
Yeah, so what that also did from Yuki Tsunoda is making sure that if Red Bull have a slow pit stop, then he is absolutely safe. It's not brilliant, but it's enough. So job done, enough from Yuki Tsunoda.
So Oscar's leading.
Pushing Lando onto
Max
the
should
grass.
come out way ahead of Lando.
the trouble when you're out there where Norris was is punctures. If you get such a risk of punctures when you're out in uncharted territory like that.
And yeah, way ahead.
There you got some clear air. Let's see how this tyre recovers.
What have you got for us, Oscar? Try and build a gap, please. Say McLaren.
So Oscar, Yuki, Stroll, and Kimi are the only guys who haven't pitted yet.
This is the Lando Norris Yuki Tsunoda incident. Did he go all four wheels off the track? Was he forced all four wheels off
Yes,
the
he was
track?
forced.
A bit of tyre on the white line. But Tsunoda moved. You're only allowed to move once. It's absolutely clear in the race. You cannot weave like that. That is absolutely against the regulations. Lando Norris was off the track. And of course the team will say, well, of course he was, because he was literally, we had a guy weaving all over. You absolutely cannot do what Tsunoda just did.
And there it is. Incident involving Yuki and Lando, noted by the stewards.
I don't know. The thing is now that Lando Norris is what?
Yuki's going to get penalized, probably.
Gap over 2 seconds ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. That has been noted by race control, so the stewards may well have a look at it. Oscar Piastri out in the lead. Max Verstappen runs in second place. Lando Norris third.
Getting close to halfway.
Enough for Lando Norris to be world champion if it stays that way.
So Red Bull will be saying he overtook off the track. They'll be pushing this hard now and I'm sure McLaren will be fighting back hard on it as well. And the stewards will have to be firm on all of that. So here we go then. We're back with it's now Piastri, Verstappen, Norris. Leclerc is still close enough to spoil Norris's race, life, in terms of Norris having to get into the top three.
We'll put it this way: Yuki Tsunoda has now been passed by Charles Leclerc. I don't think he made Charles Leclerc fight quite as hard as he made Lando Norris. He might do it for George Russell too, because that is not going to help his teammate Max Verstappen, who needs Norris out of the top three. Only Oscar Piastri of that top three hasn't pitted yet, and he's trying to build a gap to come back into this race.
Here's how Leclerc got by Yuki.
This is Charles Leclerc passing Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, Yuki Tsunoda got over to the right hand side there, didn't he?
The steering wheel appeared to be connected to his front tyres there, Yuki Tsunoda.
The stewards, so race control have actually noted Yuki Tsunoda now for forcing another driver off the track. That might be a 5-second penalty coming as well.
A relief to McLaren that that they're not looking at a pass off the track. That would be brutally unfair because of the weaving, but
Forcing another driver off the track for Yuki.
I think they are looking at it as well. It's been noted. The two incidents have both been noted. So forcing another driver off the track is now under investigation. Leaving the track and gaining an advantage is now under investigation. The two wrongs don't normally make a right, but you can see both being chalked off because one wouldn't have happened without the other, so to speak. Either way,
Oh my God, they're under investigation. Here we go.
He's got some grip back now. His tyres have come up to temperature. And Lando Norris in third place, a bit more comfortable in terms of on-track position than he has been so far this evening. But I think
it's in the steward's hands now.
What's going on in the steward's room?
Yeah, he can't give the place back, of course, because he's now miles behind and there's a clear between them. So I can't see how you can penalise somebody for forcing somebody else off the track and then penalise that going off the track. I guess you could say, well, the throttle works both ways. You should slow down when you are being forced off the track at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, we get that
he hasn't pitted yet.
Didn't have to overtake him. And like I say, sometimes two wrongs don't make a right. This time they might do. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Let's see what the stewards do. Let's see what they do. So Lawson's got he served his 5-second penalty now, has Liam Lawson, for driving erratically.
I suppose if you go back to Austin last year with the incident with Max Verstappen, where Lando claimed he was forced off the track by Max, and he was, he still overtook him, and he got the penalty that night as well, didn't he?
And of course, Leclerc has just done the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So,
oh wow!
So right
fastest
now,
lap, Leclerc.
Leclerc is coming back at Norris, whose tyres must be full of rubbish. Coming back at him, he's just got the faster package at the moment. And if Leclerc passes him, the only tool, if Norris is running fourth and Piastri can't win the World Championship, the only tool they've got left in their toolbox then is for Piastri to give up the victory and fall back to fourth place.
Yeah, which is a scenario we've been discussing at length long into the night, all weekend long, and Zach Brown, I'm sure, has been discussing, and Zach Brown and Andrea Stella making it clear to both drivers that they go into this race to serve themselves and the best interests of the team.
So they're going to have to pit Piastri soon anyway, because he's perilously close to being
I honestly think
by Norris.
Lando can jump Oscar here.
This is mega, and well done indeed. So McLaren are going to have to get Piastri in. He's not going fast enough at the moment to protect against the undercut.
Ted, down to you.
Yeah, I've just been, well, you've been talking about Lando being pushed off by Yuki. I've just been looking at Piastri's lap times. Martin, you're absolutely spot on. The mechanic's not going out into the McLaren pit lane yet. It's a little bit early. They'd like to get it into the 30s. Bear in mind that Oscar will go onto the medium, so will be quicker. But this hard tyre is good. Remember, people were quite keen to get off the medium.
Denny, I can't hear you.
It was raining earlier, so they're stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Leave it a lap or two, and then Leclerc will be past Piastri when he pits. Quick decision to be made now down at McLaren.
Right, Fernando Alonso here on Kimi Antonelli.
Whoa!
Picking up by going offline to get that overtake done. That's him moving up into 9th place.
Yeah, it's horrible. There's another car that was nearly off the racetrack in an overtake, but luckily at high speed they can tend to flick off a little bit, and if your tyres are nice and hot, they don't join quite so much. Look at how fast and how determined Charles Leclerc is to spoil everybody's number. Why shouldn't he? Good for him.
Absolutely. Is there a podium on for Charles Leclerc this evening so far in 2025? He's picked up 7 podiums, because an 8th be coming his way.
Lewis Hamilton with 2 warnings to track limits.
Here comes George on Yuki.
The 4th one,
Nope.
George Russell is right now on the tail of Yuki Tsunoda. No way past at turn 9. Bernie, down to you.
Yeah, just a quick one, Crofty. So we are seeing Piastri has now been undercut by Lando Norris. So are they on 2 different strategies? Are Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc on a 2-stop strategy from that early stop? Piastri has now done 29 laps on this hard tyre. Norris is expected to go well over that if he continues on just this stint and doesn't stop again. So that's one to watch, because they have now allowed Norris to undercut Piastri. So is he playing still a long
Well, we're halfway.
Leclerc and Norris potentially just watch out that they might be on a 2-stop.
Bernie, you know the secrets to the cabinet of strategies, the filing cabinet of strategies at Ferrari. Charles Leclerc has been told Plan C. What could Plan C be this evening?
Well, I think that might be it. I think that they believe they've got another medium to put on. They could put another medium on and attempt the undercut on Norris. Norris has another hard tyre to go to, so different entire strategies if they were to stop again for both of those. But is Leclerc close enough?
He's holding off George for now.
To attempt the undercut on Lando Norris and force him to do another stop.
Don't go anywhere. This race and this championship is not decided yet. Yuki Tsunoda ahead of George Russell.
Oh, now he's got him.
George Russell is ahead of Yuki Tsunoda.
George the 5th.
Got a 5-second time penalty for more than one change of direction. You called it, Martin. He was weaving down the straight.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
5-second time penalty for Yuki.
If you come back towards the breakers, then you've got to give them a car's width. I always think that should be a car and 10 centimetres width to give them a little bit of breathing space. But what are they going to say about Lando Norris?
I'll tell you what they're going to say. Nothing to say. Leaving the track and gaining an advantage. No further action taken. So
wow.
The
no further investigation on the leaving the track and gaining an advantage for Lando and Yuki. That's huge.
Yeah. I'm calm with that, because you can't tolerate driving like that and then penalise the guy that's been nearly run into it 200 miles an hour.
Yeah. I don't think there will be many arguing against that, but I'm sure we'll find out on social media after the race. Lap 30 of 58, Piastri now 14 seconds clear of Max Verstappen. Zach Brown is on the pit wall, the CEO of McLaren. I would imagine there was a bit of conversation between the pit wall and race control. Give us your version of how it went and what you thought of the decision.
I think it was clearly the right decision, and that was a dangerous and unnecessary maneuver.
What did you think of the radio calls from Red Bull, Zach, giving him details of the gaps behind Lando, and you know what you've got to do? How do you feel about that?
Well, this is a team sport, so I'm not surprised that your second car is going to help out, but I think there's got to be a limit. But
Bortoletto around the outside of Kimi, he got him.
Yuki, for my opinion, going over it's a dangerous maneuver. But yeah, we're all good now.
And to the end of this race then, Lando Norris is maybe going to be under pressure from Charles Leclerc. Can you go to the end of the race on a one-stop, or are you looking at a two-stop race here?
I think all options are on the table at the moment.
Diplomatic, I love it. Thanks ever so much.
Black and white flag for Kimi, track limits.
Antonelli and to Lewis Hamilton for exceeding track limits.
What?
One more, and there's a 5-second penalty coming their way, and Pierre Gasly's way. And Nico Hulkenberg.
Oh, a black and white flag for Lewis. Track limits.
And the trouble is, if you have a scuffle and a squabble and you end up going off,
Warning, I think.
to avoid an accident, that's still a track limits infringement. So then you start getting 5-second penalties. But Norris will be that pesky Ferrari in his mirrors that will not let him relax this evening. But so Piastri, if he's one stopping, plan A, we assume. I'm sure they should change those around so they don't give too much away.
Ocon on Hulkenberg.
Piastri's now been undercut by Verstappen, Norris, and Leclerc.
And we'll have fresher tyres though. Medium tyres.
There's another car in front of them. I think that's Kimi. Ocon's around Hulkenberg. Can he get Kimi? No.
Fastest lap of the race.
We have been given a 5-second penalty for moving twice on a defence of Norris. We've got a penalty for moving twice in defence to Norris. Head down.
Was that twice or was that actually 4 times?
Doing his best impression of a slalom skier.
Yeah.
Was that twice or actually 4 times? Oh, Lewis is in again.
Okay, to be honest, but well, there you go. He's in a moment.
I'm disappointed with that.
Hamilton racing for a second time in this race. So the strategy to go soft and then hard isn't happening to the end of this race. So the grading severe enough that Lewis had to pit again.
Everything's looking good for Lando right now.
Signal a few others in that midfield pack.
That's what I'd like to see.
So what's interesting here is Norris is just 5 seconds behind Verstappen, Leclerc 7.9. So those three, when Piastri pits, those three will be quite close together, and Piastri will have to start coming back at them with his extra grip and speed. That's going to be fascinating. There's going to be some overtaking going on in the final part of the Grand Prix. But all Charles Leclerc's got to do now, with George Russell 12.1 behind Leclerc, all Norris has got to do is stay ahead of that Ferrari. That's now job one, number one, the only job Norris has really got this evening.
Verstappen's pace, though, is really good on these hard compound tyres. I know he's only been running them for 9 laps, 7 laps more than Lando Norris.
Another fastest lap for Max.
Quicker. He's really, really flying on these hard tyres. Piastri has run his right from the start. On that last lap was 1.2
Yuki's in.
seconds slower than Max Verstappen. We're watching Ollie Behrman chasing Nico Hulkenberg, and we're watching nothing happening at the Red Bull pit stop because there's a 5-second penalty for Yuki Tsunoda before someone says now, and then they can get going again with the tyre
And there he
change.
goes.
Do you know what? That was a really good tyre change.
Kimi's in as well.
For 5 seconds.
And they had to get him away because Antonelli was on his way in as well.
And Franco Colapinto becomes, I think, the 5th driver to be shown a black and white flag for exceeding track limits. This is Esteban Ocon on Kimi Antonelli, who is one of those that's been shown the black and white flag. Antonelli forces
Ocon around the outside of Kimi.
Don't mind if I do, thank you very much indeed. He's currently running in the last points place in 10th behind Gabriel Bortoletto. Only Lance Stroll in this race hasn't pitted yet. Lance Stroll currently running in 6th. A safety car now would be absolute manifest.
I heard Franco Colapinto has a black and white flag for track limits.
Scored a point, I don't think, since the summer break.
Piastri doesn't win the world
Warning.
championship tonight, I'm absolutely certain he will win at least one world championship. He's got an edge on his side. He's so fast, he's so good. Got a clear, got a calm head as well. So he's driving beautifully. But at the moment, the points are against him. Ted, what can you tell us?
Interesting radio message to Max Verstappen. Just picking up what he's saying on the safety car, is that because he's been driving so quickly, if there's a safety car now, he'll still beat Piastri out of the pits, and that is crucial. So, yeah, up until that point, Piastri had their first safety car.
Albon's in again.
Second gap on Max Verstappen, so would have beaten him. Another Williams in the pit stop.
Basically, we need our fastest to the end, Max. We don't want to give away too much race time to Piastri, who will undoubtedly be relatively quick on his medium.
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? How quick will he be? But yeah, I can just see down the pit lane, a little bit of movement now at McLaren. So I don't think it's going to be long before we have a Piastri stop.
Keep talking about safety cars. We haven't had one here tonight. We haven't had a yellow flag yet either. A bit like Suzuka earlier in the season, where Max Verstappen won from pole position. No DNFs, no yellow flags, no safety cars. All 20 drivers still running in the final race with 20 cars in it for some time. Cadillac join the grid next year. We'll have 22 on the grids. 8 laps to go, Martin.
Lap 16, Norris put those tyres on. Can they get them to the end of the Grand Prix? Well, they have to stop again towards the end. That would, of course, bring Piastri right back into the lead of the Grand Prix. But Norris has been told, do less tyre saving in turn 3, half your tyre saving in turn 3. In other words, go faster.
Does that indicate that he will be coming in again? I wonder, and certainly with his teammate having to pit.
And Lando doing a great job compared to Leclerc. He might pit soon and go on a 2, in which case we cover it the next lap.
Yeah, so Piastri
Okay, so Lando would pit again if Leclerc pits again.
Drop back a little bit in recent laps.
Yeah, because Norris is 4.4 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Now, if you gain a couple of seconds with some fresh tyres and a great outlap, you need that 2.4. He would have then fat, if you like, a little bit of time to spare just in case it's a slightly clunky stop or whatever. You don't want to come out of the pits and be immediately under pressure by a driver whose tyres are fully warmed up. So what that is basically saying is we're protecting third place, Lando.
Yeah, at the moment, Oscar Piastri as well, when he pits, will come out behind Charles Leclerc, well ahead of George Russell, who's currently running in 5th. And there was no movement whatsoever from the McLaren garage as Oscar Piastri sets off on another lap on these same set of tyres.
So McLaren have still got 2 tools out there to use. One is a third place for Norris, and the other is Oscar Piastri if he can't win the World Championship. And we'll see what happens in the we've got 23 laps to go, including this one.
Piastri just 7 seconds ahead now of Max Verstappen. The hard,
Lando is 5 seconds clear of Leclerc for third.
Still need to see how this plays out and how it pans out towards the end. He will have much faster tyres. You would imagine that others around him, that's why Red Bull are saying to Max, you've got to start closing down a little bit.
On board with Lewis.
Sonoda, we've just had that confirmed. Lewis Hamilton now on Franco Colapinto. Hamilton
And Lewis is going to get by Colapinto.
On the mediums for the first time, I should say, getting that move done.
Yeah, he got a lot of grip, hasn't he? So Albon's been noted for speeding in the pit lane, which is rather like a camera on the road. A bit of a slam dunk, isn't it? So, yeah, not good news.
Penalty coming for Albon.
Williams have been very anonymous, haven't they, in this race?
Speeding in the pit lane.
Given the season they have had, absolutely. It's been a brilliant season for Williams.
How's this tie now? Yeah, it's starting to get a bit worse now. Okay.
I'm not surprised as Hamilton gets past Pierre Gasly and now up into 14th.
Unbelievably calm inside. It's like he's just got out of bed, isn't it? And, you know, do you want a cup of tea? Yeah. It means his heart rate's where it needs to be, means his mind's where it needs to be. He's going to have some exciting final few laps, but he will now obviously see that little yellow snout of the Red Bull in his mirrors, and he's got to do a pit stop.
So brilliant season. 5th is theirs in the Constructors' Championship. Alex Albon struggled a bit in the last 7 Grand Prix. He scored in the Austin Sprint, but hasn't scored in any of the last 7 and probably 8 Grand Prix after tonight. His teammate Carlos Sainz has come back at him in recent races. And that 3rd place in Qatar was absolutely sensational for him. He goes into this race 9.
I think if Oscar pits, he's going to end up behind Leclerc in 4th.
Lando Norris is 5.4 ahead of Charles Leclerc. so they can react.
Coming up to 20 laps to go.
And he's also now clear of Russell with a pit stop, so he wouldn't even have to repass George Russell. So
Tell you what, this has been a really good stint by Oscar here.
Just a little bit of breathing space for Lando Norris, and clearly thinking soon about. So Piastri's now only 5 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. I don't expect a lot of weaving when he catches him.
Anthony Davidson at Sky Race Control.
Another fastest lap for Max.
Yeah, he just came in just a little bit too Hopcrofty. Came around the final corner, ducked into the pit lane, got a bit crossed up on the exit of the final corner as he dived into the pits, and then locked up big time. The rear axle locked up, and I think that's where I think he's going to get in for that speeding in the pit lane because of that lockup.
We'll see. Thank you very much, Ant. Esteban Ocon chasing down Gabriel Bortoleto at the moment. It's the point is he's under investigation now by the stewards. These points for the midfield teams very, very important indeed going into this race. There's millions of dollars up for grabs.
So Verstappen's hard compound tyres are 6 laps younger than those of both Norris and Leclerc. So we're seeing Piastri now, bearing in mind that he started with...
Yeah, Albon's under investigation for speeding in the pit lane. This should be a penalty.
38 with a set of tyres. So that means
yeah.
that's the sort of range that Norris has got to do.
He's down in last in the moment. Yep, there it is.
If he's going to get to the end, it's a long way for them to go. As I say, if he can tickle those to the end...
5-second time penalty for speeding.
Should Leclerc pit.
At last lap, Lando Norris only a tenth and a half slower than Max Verstappen as well, which is a pretty decent lap for him. And looking at where the cars are on the track, there's no back markers getting in the way. The gap now down to about 3 and a bit seconds between Piastri and Verstappen. There's no movement whatsoever, apart from the odd half a revolution of tyre at the top of the blankets in that McLaren garage. Carries on like this, they probably put the soft tyres on, but I dare say they won't want to be doing that on Piastri. They're giving him a job to do, aren't they, in terms of his chances of winning the World Championship. He is very much relying on some misfortune from here on in for both Max Verstappen and Lando Norris.
Yeah, what Tsunoda should have done to slow Norris down, when he could have backed him right up all underneath the hotel and through the last few corners and all the way down to turn 5. He could have cost Lando 2 or 3 seconds like that.
His Hajar lost.
He was always going to get past down the next straight.
Here's Lewis Hamilton with his next adventure against Isaac Hajar.
That was Hajar.
14th. He really got caught out by a few cars undercutting around him. And that is Esteban Ocon.
And Ocon on Bortoleto.
Going round the outside. And
boom.
Very neat from both drivers. Plenty of space there.
We haven't actually seen any contact whatsoever, have we?
We've had no contact, no yellow flags, no DNS.
Here comes Max. Oh, Leclerc pitted. There it is. Leclerc's in.
Bernie Collins was right. She's always right, Crofty. It is a 2-stop for Charles Leclerc, but this puts McLaren in a really tricky situation. They were about to pit Oscar Piastri. Surely that decision has to be shelved now. They need to react right now with Lando Norris, and the stop has to be perfect. This is really tricky. They've got to rejiggle everything here at McLaren now.
Well, you're right, Ted, but I think they've got enough room on the track, Martin, to double stack should they wish to.
Yes, they have, although McLaren have had a habit of that second stop being a little bit lumpy if they're under pressure earlier on in the season. But also...
There it is, box. Lando's pitting.
Second advantage over Leclerc. Could actually do 2 more laps if he had to, but you wouldn't really want to risk it that much.
Lando has been told to box. Now, Oscar Piastri might wanted to have come in, actually, and pitted first. He's got Max Verstappen now right.
Max is right on Oscar's tail. Oscar's going to stay out.
Potential undercut from Charles Leclerc. So Piastri continues on his way with Verstappen a few car lengths behind him now.
All right, here we go. Lando's in the pit lane.
And past our commentary box to make his pit stop now is Lando Norris. This is his final pit stop.
Final pit stop of the year. It's got to be a good one.
Which, as it stands, will see him become world champion.
Oh, it was. It was. 2.4.
And there is Lando Norris making his way at 80
He should be
kilometers an hour.
way ahead.
We're looking at that final corner. Can't even see George Russell.
Here comes Max and Oscar. Here we go for the lead.
Norris will get out ahead of them. Here
Oscar
comes
just
Max Verstappen.
gets right out of his way. Max to the lead again.
Pass at turn 6. So Piastri loses the lead of this race. He hasn't stopped yet. He's got a job on his hands. And Lando Norris, they've covered off the Charles Leclerc undercut. And he's on his way to a championship at the moment.
Yeah, and no shenanigans there from Oscar Piastri. A 2.4, lovely stop from McLaren. Ted's down there.
Yeah, and they lost that 0.3 of a second on the right rear. It was a little bit slow going on, but they rejiggled successfully, Martin, and now they've rejiggled again, and Oscar Piastri is coming out. I can see the Pirelli tyres with the yellow sidewalls. So this is Piastri, and he's going to have to get his overtaking.
Alpines are in, Pierre and Colapinto, and Oscar Pitts.
Box. Yeah, so he's going to have to overtake if he wants anything to say in the second half. So here he comes in, and they'll be after a 2.1 second stop again. And yeah, hits his mark perfectly, and he's away. And there are some claps from the McLaren crew. Job done from them.
2.2 second stop for Oscar. That was big.
Piastri will be very pleased to get rid of those tires. He was struggling to get through.
Oh, he's going to be way ahead of Lando.
Into the pit. What can he do now? Who can he catch? Who can he get past? Who does he need to catch, indeed?
Well, they'll come out. There we go, ahead of Lando Norris.
There it is, Oscar out ahead of Lando.
Where he left the race after he was overtaken by Max Verstappen in second.
All Lando's got to do is hold off Leclerc, and he's got it.
Piastri second, Norris third. There's the championship battle. As it stands, Lando Norris will be the 35th different world champion in the 75 years of the Formula One World Championship, and he's got another 16.
Here we go. Here comes Leclerc on George.
On board now with Hamilton chasing Hulkenberg down the back straight. We'll just watch this box now.
This is Leclerc on George Russell.
There it is, Leclerc easily around George.
Since he changed those tires.
So now Charles Leclerc can take the championship away from Lando. I know that's what you want.
I don't want to be giving up too much time. We want to see whether we can chase down Verstappen here.
Why not? Because there might be a win on the cards. You never know. Bernie Collins, down to you.
Yeah, so that was very close to Piastri there because he lost position to Verstappen during what was his in-lap because he delayed due to let Lando Norris stop first. That was very close to actually being undercut by Lando Norris, and because of that time loss now, Verstappen actually has a free pit stop, a full free pit loss. So if there's any risk that those 19-lap hard tyres can't make the end of the race, they have an option to stop him. And he's very safe under safety car. So let's just keep an eye on Verstappen over the next few laps. What will they do? Will they cover?
Right, and here's the jeopardy for Lando Norris. If Max Verstappen wins this race, Lando Norris needs that third place.
Leclerc fastest lap.
Is faster than Lando Norris, who is on the hard tyre. Leclerc
Oh, here we go.
If Leclerc can get Lando Norris and Norris
Lance is pitting. Hulkenberg's pitting.
Verstappen wins the title. And then there might need to be a call from the pit wall. This is Lewis Hamilton behind Nico Hulkenberg. Here's an overtake coming. Under traction, coming out of the chicane. Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis on Hulkenberg.
Doesn't even need the slipstream to get past.
Got him.
And you're right. So having got that comfort blanket, comfort zone a little bit, Lando Norris, now the rate that Leclerc's catching him, he is going to be a problem yet again. Looming.
Here comes Charles Leclerc.
George Russell, quite slow up there.
Hamilton blitzes by Bortoletto.
One-stop scenario, and so he's out of contention. So the biggest problem they've got is Leclerc, McLaren, in terms of their World Championship, but they still have another tool in their toolbox of Oscar Piastri if he can't win the World Championship.
Over to you, Anthony. Last message to Max
Oh.
after this team.
You're going to need to be 1.5 seconds quicker than you every lap. I'll keep you posted.
And he hasn't said anything since that, so they're planning on leaving Max Verstappen out there. The big question is, can those new tyres for Piastri give him that 1.5 seconds per lap? It's a tall order, I think.
Can I just ask a question? And maybe Bernie Collins might need to be the one to answer this. If you're Max Verstappen and you've got a free pit stop to Oscar Piastri, do you come in and then start to back up the pack and close it all together to try and negate that tool in the armory that McLaren might use?
4.4 seconds.
That's the only, right now, that's the only tool that Red Bull have got left, isn't it, now? Because without doubt, McLaren would put Piastri behind Norris. They made that clear earlier on in the week. I don't think Oscar would fight that, because what goes around comes around, and he'll know that he might get that advantage down the road. So we'll see what happens. Leclerc is the problem at the moment for them. So if Norris has got some more pace, he really needs to be finding it. He's losing thick end of a second a lap.
What's the picture in front? How do I win this race? Verstappen is on your pit stop window. He's doing 27.9.
And this is where McLaren need Oscar Piastri's pace as well, because they need to make sure Verstappen hasn't got a free pit stop to Oscar Piastri.
Yeah. So Norris has just done his fastest lap of the race, 26.8. Found some pace, 26.7. Piastri on his fresh tyres.
Fastest lap for Oscar.
Verstappen may have just passed Pierre Gasly on that lap, hence the lower time. Yes, interesting. So Piastri a second. I can't imagine in Max Verstappen's crash helmet that message. I would imagine thinking, well, good luck with that, being second and a half lap faster than me. But Piastri is straight into the 126s.
Yeah, so as soon as that gap gets down to about 21,
The safety car would be very interesting right now.
Verstappen's locked in to his strategy, and I'm not seeing any movement in the pit lane, and the Red Bull mechanics coming out. Verstappen is just making his way round the final corner now. The gap is coming down. At the end of the next lap, it might be crunch time to see if Verstappen does come in, and then that 22 seconds gap disappears between Verstappen and Piastri. Then he's very much controlling the race, and what he's will be hoping to do is keep Piastri behind him, slow the pace down, allow Norris to catch up, Leclerc to catch up, Russell to catch up too. It's a tall order, but if you're trying to win a world championship, it's what he's got to do now, because it's the last throw of the dice time.
Yeah, George is 2 seconds a lap off the pace at the moment, so I think they'd pass him, to be honest, if he tried to go that slow. And there's always a risk.
Leclerc, fastest lap.
In a pit stop. You know,
he's not gaining enough time.
Like that, so you've got to Ferrari's hitting the ground. I wish that all about. He was running a little bit wide through there, it must be said. But yeah, Ferrari extremely low.
So if Verstappen pits now, that will be the gap between Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. He's got fresher tyres. He can keep Piastri out of DRS range, but can he hold up Piastri's pace?
If they were going to do that, they would already have done it, because they're at risk with Piastri on a pit stop.
It's just an intriguing
5-second time penalty for Pierre. For what? Track limits.
Leclerc is the fastest man on the track currently.
Sums up the year.
Track limits on one too many occasions. He's got a 5-second penalty. He won't care. He's a lap down, and he's only got his teammate Franco Colapinto behind him. Alpine last place in the Constructors' Championship, and Renault
Alpine.
With the last place, which is a real shame for Renault. 771 Grand Prix, 178 wins. They've been brilliant over the years. They're going out with a whimper, which I suppose for an engine manufacturer is probably better than going out with a bang.
You could say that. In fact, you did say that. Lewis Hamilton's got a great chance.
4 seconds.
Of 7th place from 16th. So it's a long, 6th with Fernando Alonso. He'll be right up with Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, Leclerc's not gaining a ton.
So Lewis Hamilton then looking at P6.
He's not gaining enough for Max.
It's a two-stop strategy. Norris and Leclerc also running a two-stop strategy in this race. They could be battling it out for that 3rd place. And if Lando Norris is down in 4th and Max Verstappen wins, that is enough to give Max Verstappen the world title. Expect a bit of a swap, maybe on the last lap, if that's the case.
Fairly equal pace, Max, between them. Last lap was a couple of tenths quicker, but nothing drastic.
Gap now is 20 seconds. So Max has not got that pit stop window, has
No, he hasn't. As I said, they had to do that pretty much straight away if they were going to play that game. But it's dawning on Max now, as he's busy driving a Formula 1 car at incredible speed and thinking about the rest of the race. It's dawning on him now that Leclerc is his only chance of taking that critical third place from Norris. But they've still got Piastri there as well.
Last lap, lap 47, Lando Norris was just a little bit quicker than Charles Leclerc. So that gap, 4 seconds between the two of them. Max Verstappen's hopes, they might fade a little bit on that one because it seems that Norris
10
has
laps left.
the hard tyre will perform better for longer than the medium tyre, which will be faster but for shorter.
And as we saw in the first stint, didn't we? Eventually, the Ferrari just started to drop off the pace of Lando Norris's McLaren. And for the first time then, car number 1, Max Verstappen, a track limits warning.
Oh.
You have to say, it does. You have to say the championship contenders have driven immaculately, haven't they? No
track limits warning for Max.
1,457 days Max Verstappen has been world champion. Is that grip going to be fully loosened here this evening? It is looking that way.
Ooh, beautiful pass by Kimi on Hadjar.
For next season, that puts Kimi Antonelli up into 13th place. Nico Rosberg is on duty this evening and has popped into the commentary box for all the fun and games we kind of expected this evening. McLaren seem at the moment to have this well covered off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was quite an exciting race all the way through, but Lando has done a fantastic job. He's done exactly everything that he needed to do. Really brilliant drive so far.
And Charles Leclerc doesn't seem to have that pace and the longevity of that pace. So, Nico, he's breathing way more easily, Lando Norris, than you were in 2016 at this stage. What is going through Lando Norris's mind?
Yeah, but he had the stress at the beginning of the race. That was extremely stressful and very uncomfortable. And now, yes, he's in a much better place, and so it's looking very, very good.
Yeah, when he came out of the pits and saw so much...
Nico Rosberg in the booth.
It would have been a horror story for him, and he sliced through those like a hot knife through butter. But it's about now, Nico, isn't it? When you start hearing funny noises and you think the car, you pick up a little vibration, you think, oh, is the car okay? You start, I don't know, your senses seem to come into your own car.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's not too long ago that his car broke down in Zandvoort, so now he's really like praying, please just hold on for these 8 more laps.
And what did you make of Yuki Tsunoda? He got a 5-second penalty. Could you see it coming where he made it really, really tough?
First of all, that was a nightmare moment for Lando. That was like the worst moment. But Tsunoda tried to make it tough and just went over the edge there and was a bit too extreme, so the penalty was fair.
Stroll goes right by Hadjar.
Getting past Isaac Hadjar. Stroll has now pitted, which is why he's down in 14th. Charles Leclerc then trying to get back at Lando Norris. It's not happening. Oscar Piastri has driven as good a race as he can tonight on a counter strategy, and it might just fall a little bit short.
Well, quite a lot shorter. I was expecting him to be a little bit quicker now towards the end when comparing to Max Verstappen, but I think Max is also just driving so brilliantly again. He's really rapid again today.
Thank you very much, Nico. You can go back next door.
That was it?
That was it. We wanted to get your thoughts as our 2016 world champion with us this evening, and it's always a pleasure to have you in the commentary. With Simon, of course. You've got to jump in and do some more talking after this race. Nico Rosberg with us this evening. Thank you, sir. Lap 50 there, Martin, of 58. And whilst Max Verstappen is preparing for win number 71 in his career, it's 2 in 2 weeks for Max Verstappen, make that 3 in 3 weeks for Max Verstappen. And Oscar Piastri is thinking, right, there's a lot I can learn from this season that I can take into next. Lando Norris will start to be contemplating the life-changing moments.
It's when sometimes the drivers moan about sprints or whatever, but every single World Championship point counts.
Yeah, it's getting down to it now.
Have been on a roller coaster, haven't they? Yeah. It's some outstanding, brilliant performances. And then
4.5 seconds now the gap between Lando and Leclerc. On lap 51 of 58.
And then suddenly they line it all back up again, and the driver really gets back on the program.
Max should win. Oscar's not gaining on him too much. That's a 17-second gap.
This year. And here we are, because
And plus the Alpines are in the way.
So Lando doing a fantastic job here, mate. Everything's looking good. There's 5 racing laps, including this one, we think. What are your thoughts on soft or staying out on this time?
I mean, I think a softer would be better. It's just, safety car gets delayed or something becomes the issue.
And they're talking safety car situation, of course. They're not talking about a random stop, because that would put him behind Charles Leclerc, a long way behind Charles Leclerc.
Could even put it behind George Russell if the stop was a little bit too slow as well.
Hulkenberg.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Going on Albon.
Grand Prix start, third German driver to reach that.
And around the outside he goes.
Hulkenberg getting past
That's for 16th.
So the fight brilliantly held on for Fernando Alonso, P6. But Lewis Hamilton is trying all he can to end his first season with Ferrari on high by trying to overtake Esteban Ocon. He's got fresher tyres and a medium compound against Ocon's hard. He's going to try. I think he might be able to do it before the end of the race. Quick one on George Russell. Spectacularly now he's fallen off.
7 laps to go.
And just brings to an end the Mercedes not getting their cars right under this ground effect rules set, Crofty. And they've got one more test with this car, and they'll be glad to see the back of these rules set where they just haven't managed to master it. Russell set for a lonely P5.
Second warning for Max Verstappen for track limits has just popped up on the screen.
Second track limit warning for Max.
Fernando Alonso has just done his personal best, his fastest lap of the race, and that's actually given him a little bit of a comfort zone of Ocon and Hamilton very close behind him.
Yeah, if Hamilton could get Ocon, he could well get Fernando Alonso here. If Mercedes want to say goodbye to the ground effect, I'm sure Lewis Hamilton does too. 91 Grand Prix have taken place in the ground effects era, make that 92 now. 2 wins and 1 pole only for Lewis Hamilton. In that ground effect era, we changed the regulations for next season. And it looks like there's a changing of the number 1, 2.
Hell, Lando's catching Oscar at this point.
Currently starting lap.
Lewis on Ocon for 7th. He's got him.
3 of this race. And next year, if it stays this way, Lando Norris could have car number 1 on that papaya McLaren.
At this pace, he'll be catching.
Oh, Ocon's getting him back.
In the closing laps. He's now in the 26s.
Oh, he got loose. Oh, Lewis got loose.
Last time around, very comfortably, actually, and some 1.6 quicker than Verstappen out front.
Ooh, that was close.
Coasting home is Lando Norris.
Well, that's always a bad move to coast home. You've got to keep going at the comfortable racing speed. We've seen drivers falter in the past when they've been asked just to slow it down and bring it home. It's 8 title deciders in the history of the Formula One World Championship, featuring 3 or more, or 2 of them, more than 2 drivers in contention for that title. Only once in the past has the driver leading that title standings going into the final race gone on to become champion. It's going to be 2 in 8 in a few laps' time for Lando Norris. And well, the man who hails from Glastonbury, where they like a festival or 2. I think it's a fallow year next year with no Glastonbury festival. They could have Landenbury, couldn't they, down in Glastonbury and have a festival for their world champion. Maybe I've just hit on an idea there, you never know. Across the line he goes, and the trophy is there.
5 laps to go.
Distance is round about 12 miles to go.
It's been tense, hasn't it? I'm not sure it's been exciting, but it's been.
Oh boy, 5 laps for Lando to do it. And he's catching Oscar. If he gets Oscar, it's game over for Max.
It's a tremendous pace at the moment.
Come on, Lando.
Looking at the back of his teammate. Bernie has more news down on the pit counter.
Yes, hello Martin. So I just wanted to come in a little bit on that safety car conversation for Lando Norris. Obviously they discussed 5 to go, and that was a few laps ago, so there was more laps than that available. It was just 5 to go in a safety car restart. That's what they were talking about, and that's a big decision on the McLaren pit wall. Do they give up the P3 position and end up behind Leclerc? He would be behind Leclerc if it was a safety car now if Leclerc stayed out. So that's a big decision on the McLaren pit wall. towards the end of the next few
If there's a
laps,
safety car, they wouldn't pit. There's no way the race would get back going.
obviously we've got precedents here before.
We're too late in the race.
Needing to make the right decision under a safety car at this stage of the race. Would they risk an E3 to have a fresh tyre for Leclerc? Big call.
Let me knock on wood.
I think at this stage probably not, but that's why the discussion was that
Late safety car call Abu Dhabi for the World Championship. It must be said though, we haven't had a safety car or a virtual safety car here for the last
4 laps to go.
5
And Lando is catching Oscar. Oh, here's Lance on Carlos. Stroll. Come on, Carlos, hang on. Stroll crossed him over. Stroll's got him. Damn it.
Points finish maybe here tonight behind Gabriel Bortoleto pointless at the last 8 Grand Prix weekends. Can he finish the season off with a point? We'll see. There is Oscar Piastri. There is Lando Norris.
Yeah, Leclerc's falling back. Gap's 8.5 seconds from Lando to Leclerc.
It's not been the most comfortable of nights for Lando Norris, but it is going to end it
Huh?
with a big party in a few months' time.
Well, it's not really shocking.
Is he struggling with Brady?
For Oscar, it's more the rears.
For Charles Leclerc, it is 2, which is why he's dropped back.
Yeah, that's Lando shaking
Uh,
up,
Oh boy, I'm getting nervous now.
so, yeah, Leclerc now 8
3 laps to go.
Norris. And still, Lewis Hamilton tapped up right behind Esteban Ocon.
Lando just has to bring it home.
Stopped him. I talked about him getting a P6, but his momentum was completely altered on the gearbox of Esteban Ocon. But both passes in the points.
Here comes Lance Stroll again on Gabriel Bortoleto.
Oh, Lance Stroll's going to get by Bortoleto. Put Lance Stroll in the points.
He's overtaken. Hulkenberg is overtaking Yuki Tsunoda and up into 13th. And, well, Lando's off on his way again. His teammate Oscar Piastri is ahead of him. A long way up the road is Max Verstappen. We're going to set a record here in Abu Dhabi tonight.
Turn-in incident involving Stroll and Carlos. Noted. Ooh. No caution.
Oscar Piastri is going to settle.
What, are you not watching?
Second place tonight's led the championship longer than any other driver this season. But the championship has gone away from him in the last 6 or 7 races. Bounced back, of course, in Qatar and had the win taken away from him, but the strategy didn't work out. He'll come back and he'll learn from this year and he'll mount a fresh challenge for next year, I'm sure. And Lando Norris will carry the big smile away from Abu Dhabi as the world champion. Anna Damas has got the checkered flag in her hands. Martin Brundle waiting to wave it.
2 laps to go.
And it's going to end up with what we were saying going into this race. It's Lando Norris's to lose, and at the moment he's not going to lose that, and it's all going to end okay for him.
Commentator's curse, Crofty.
Doesn't exist, Martin.
Let's see, still quite a long way to go. There's a lot of pistons to go up and down, and crankshafts to go round and round. Let's just let's come over the line.
Huh?
I can go with the commentator's curse.
Okay. I don't want that. Oh. I really do not want a commentator's curse. I want Lando to get this.
Anthony Davidson's at Sky Race Control. So if you're wondering why Lando's dropping,
none of my boys are going to get points. Carlos is 12th, Yuki's 14th, Pierre's 19th. They're too far back. One of those years.
So yeah, they're trying to calm him down. Say, look, don't push.
Well, Carlos had a pretty good year.
Just back out of it.
Had a pretty good second half. First half was, second half was pretty good.
Just chill out. There's no need. We all know how
Here we go, final lap. Max has started the final lap of the race and the season.
This will be the last final lap, flying lap of his tenure with that number 1 car for the time being.
And actually driven brilliantly this year.
Lando just started his final lap.
Quite enough. Too many races as you say, this will be his third victory in 3 weekends consecutively. He's done everything he could tonight, but McLaren had him covered.
It's Max the underdog, and we've not always said that in his Formula One career, and the underdog is going to stand on the top step of the podium tonight, but that ultimate prize is going to slip out of his grasp. Emerson Fittipaldi, James Hunt, Nicky Lauda, Alan Prost, Ayrton Senna.
7 seconds between Lando and Leclerc. It's come down a little bit, but not enough.
For the McLaren team, and they're going to add another name to that list here in Abu Dhabi this evening. Max Verstappen now makes his way around the final few corners here, and like you say, Martin, he's done everything he can tonight to try and keep his grasp.
Here's Max. Here he comes. Max Verstappen wins Abu Dhabi again. Here comes Oscar Piastri for second place. But here's Lando Norris, your Formula One champion for 2025. Let's go. Woo! Let's go, Lando. Yes. Awesome.
It's just 2 world championship
Let's go.
points that he wins by, but it doesn't matter. It's enough. And, wow, that was a very intense 50
Woo!
laps, wasn't it? But they got it done.
Oh, let's go.
Well, the celebrations have started. 2 points
Yes.
by. You remember in Canada,
Attaboy McLaren, attaboy Lando. Yes.
hadn't got the grip, went off the track. Lando overtook him right at the end, and I said, how crucial could those 2 points be? They might just have been so crucial. Lando Norris got a world championship for houses.
Yeah, you can go back, as we did in our pre-show, go back through the season and see half a dozen moments, but all 3 of them that could have turned this on its head for their own world championships. But that's all just talk. That's all just hearsay, isn't it? What matters is what the final tally was.
No sense of a bit of tension released from you now. Now the commentator's curse doesn't exist. And the man that we
Attaboy
met was a
McLaren.
boy, and he came into the McLaren team and was famous for making tea for Fernando Alonso. Might now have a bit of champagne served to him by Fernando Alonso.
That's it, mate. You are world champion. World champion. Well done, mate. I'm so proud. Lando, this is Zach from McLaren. Is this the world champion hotline? You did it! You did it! Thank you, guys. Oh my god. You made a history. True. Thanks so much. I love you guys. Thanks for everything. You deserve it. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Thanks for everything. I'm not crying.
Yeah, we all are. To be honest, I don't think there's a dry eye in the house after that one.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of tension relieved at McLaren. They've had 2 shocking weekends for different reasons.
Max, you have given everything. You can be proud of that, mate. Hold your head up high.
We filled up one final time in this class. Congrats, guys. What a top black and second half of this season. We can be really proud of that. So, to be team disappointed, I'm definitely not disappointed. I'm really proud of everyone to never give up.
Ted Kravitz in the pit lane has Zach Brown with him.
Wow! That obviously means so much to you and to Landon.
Oh, this is amazing. What a season. We did it. It wasn't easy. Lando and Oscar, what a group of drivers. What a great team this is. That was exciting. A little too exciting.
Lando's doing burnouts.
Okay, great stuff. Congratulations. We'll catch up with you later, Zach.
Fireworks and then smoke on the grid too as the world champion performs the customary donuts on the grid. This is the moment that he has been waiting for. The 35th driver now, different driver to win the Formula One World Championship, the 11th from Britain. First different driver since Jenson Button in 2009. Lewis Hamilton already won, of course, in 2008. Just won 6 more since 2009, but the 11th different driver to win that championship. And the 4th longest career in F1 history before becoming champion, behind Jenson, Nigel Mansell and Nico Rosberg. And of course, like the diligent, dutiful driver that he is, he puts the steering wheel back in before he stands on top of his car as a champion.
Well done, Lando. Mum and Dad looking on.
That's incredible.
It's family celebrations in front of millions of people around the world. One of the most popular and well-supported drivers in the field, and Max Verstappen first to congratulate, and Oscar Piastri there to say well done.
Is this mom?
Yeah, that's his parents.
That's wholesome.
And there's the crew.
Congrats to Lando.
The Norris family,
He's gonna go down the line, high-fiving everyone.
Except for Lando.
He drove well, didn't he? Actually, he did everything he had to do. He needed a top 3. He finished 3rd. Phew.
The final standings: Lando Norris 423 points, Max Verstappen 421 points, Oscar Piastri 410 points. McLaren have the double championship then, the Constructors' Championship and the Drivers' Championship. He said on Thursday that his friends would be here along with his family too. He shared the journey with them. He wanted to share the celebrations too.
There's Zach Brown with Lando.
They've been through a bit together. Zach Brown and
That's
Lando Norris.
Team boss.
Someone needs a hug as well.
Is that Norris?
Sister Norris.
Yeah.
Makes her way over to
Norris's mom hugged Piastri.
Commiserations.
So did his dad.
Nice touch from Oscar. Congratulating the Norris family and friends.
Unbelievable.
That lid's not gonna
There's
come
George
off.
Russell.
Crying a lot.
He's gonna give him a hug too.
George Russell comes across to say well done to him. And I call it a life-changing moment because it is, Martin, to be a Formula One world champion. Just 35 people have ever called
You
themselves
know
a
what,
Formula
I
One world
don't
champion.
like it very much, but I kind of like how I like the good sportsmanship I see here.
Carlos. Carlos. There it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like the display like good sportsmanship here. I don't really see this in NASCAR much.
Yeah.
Much more disappointment than happiness and success. You weather all the moments like this.
Sainz and Norris.
However, though,
We'll hear from the top three in
the
a
whole
few
field,
moments.
wasn't it feel like gradually bubble when he won the Brickyard?
The crash helmet is certainly going to come off. And
I don't know.
We're going to look at the new world champion.
There it is. The helmet comes off.
He's had to answer all the questions.
Yeah.
You got the championship.
We see the world champion's face.
Going into the final race. Surely it can't go wrong, and you have to soak up all of that. And the pressure during 58 laps as well. There's his old teammate Fernando Alonso from the McLaren days. And come over to say well done to. And David Coulthard.
There he is.
Lando Norris, you are a world champion. The world champion. Oh, God. I've not cried in a while. I didn't think I'd cry, but I did.
it's a long journey. It's a long journey. First of all, I want to say a big thanks to my guys, everyone in McLaren, my parents, not crying. Yeah, my mom, my dad. They're the ones who supported me since the beginning. So, I look like a loser.
You look like a winner to me. You're the only 35th man to win a Formula One World Championship. This is the biggest prize in motorsport.
I mean, it feels amazing, yeah, I now know what Max feels like a little bit, and I want to congratulate Max and Oscar, my two biggest competitors the whole season. It's been a pleasure to race against both of them. It's been an honor. I've learned a lot from both of them as well. So I've enjoyed it. It's been a long year, but we did it. We did it, and I'm so proud of everyone.
Look, it's been an incredible season. It was so tight between you all. You were feisty in that race as well. We were curious to know, would you sit back and not take any risks? But you pulled off some good passes, did what you had to do. How much of that World Championship was in your mind when you're running in third, and how much was it just in the moment?
It's a bit of both. I mean, you can't not think of it. But I just knew it's a long race to the very end. Anything in we see many times, anything in Formula One can happen, and I just kept pushing until the last 2 or 3 laps. I could ease it off a bit, but I was still wanted to fight till the end, and that's what we did. That's what we had to do this season. For Max chasing us the whole way, for Oscar catching up again at the end. They certainly didn't make my life easy this year, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy, so.
Understandably so. And, this is a beautiful moment of winning your first World Championship. I don't know if you were aware of a moment you were under investigation with the overtake in Sonoda where you went beyond the white lines. And, of course, nothing came of that. But were you aware of it? Did your team tell? Because we were all on the edge of our seats.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I didn't care. I mean, I knew what I did was fine, so I had nothing to worry about. I was just trying to enjoy the moment. There's not many people in the world, not many people in Formula One ever get to experience what I've experienced this season and this year. So I'm happy for everyone. I'm happy for everyone more than me. But I'm just crazy happy.
That's wonderful to see. We're looking across. We see Zach Brown. We see your parents, your brother, your family. Everyone here has been on this journey with you. So just once again, are you able to compartmentalize? You are the world champion.
I mean, look, it's been a long journey with McLaren. I've been with them for like 9 years. We've been through plenty of crazy difficult times and plenty of good times, So for me to feel like I can bring something back to them, it's their first drivers in many, many years. So I feel like I did my part for the team this year, and I'm very proud of myself for that. But I'm even more proud for everyone that I've hopefully made cry.
Well, you made a lot of people cry. Congratulations once again. We'll let you go and join your team. Take the rest of the year off.
We've got your driver test coming on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Surely there's plenty of
Look at
work
the
to
fireworks.
go. Fireworks.
This is huge.
For Lando Norris, the world champion in 2025. There
Wow.
is Andrea Stella, who, as team principal, is as proud could be. Maggie's girlfriend is there to share the moment.
Lando Norris is an F1 world champion.
It really is. It's a
That's awesome to say.
celebration, as I say, in front of the whole world, and in terms of Formula One, he now stands on top of the world.
All right, Denny. I think we get off the call.
Rules who said that both drivers will be treated equally.
Broadcast.
Yep.
That causes double the workload in doing that, and they
Bye.
continually called into question: did you do the right thing? And as it turns out, by 2 points, they did.
Absolutely. Andrea Stella.
Wow, Lando Norris. He's an F1 world champion. That's amazing to say. He holds on by 2 points over Max Verstappen. And finally, McLaren's got their world championship with one of their drivers. And it's Lando Norris with his late season charge on Oscar Piastri and holding off an even more late season charge by Max Verstappen to get his first ever Formula One World Championship and bring it back to the UK for the first time since 2020, where Lewis Hamilton won his 7th, and the first new British Formula One World Champion since Jenson Button in 2009. Thank you all for watching. See you later. RB out. Peace. Let's go, Lando. Let's go. He did it. Yes.